Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Yard Sale Artist Studios. I'm Jarrod Alberich, the Yard Sale Artist, and I'm doing a little pop-up book page sketch action on a Sunday. We're starting to get towards evening. I figured I'd just relax a little bit, get another one of my commissions done, see what's happening out there with you fine folks. Hope everybody's having a nice, quiet little Sunday. Today I'm doing Edgar Allan Poe on a page from this just like little book about Poe. I have a client who's a big Poe fan. I did a Raven for him recently, and then asked me to draw the man himself. So I'm on a page from The Fall of the House of Usher. Yeah, we're just gonna draw a little Edgar Allan Poe on this page. Right now I'm just using the size 5 pigment micron pen. Don't think I'll need too many pens on this one. Just gonna, I've predicted, we'll see, but I've got the size 5 that I'm using now. And then I've got just a standard Sharpie for some heavier parts, and then the big Sharpie for the big spaces. Pat Sampson, what up, buddy? What you up to today, Pat? If you're home bored with nothing to do, bud, I will send you a link. Pat Sampson is the man behind the Long Box Crusade Network, which, if you like podcasts about comic books and movies and stuff, I can't recommend it enough. Check out the Long Box Crusade podcast network on your podcast catcher. I'm on there talking about stuff, jibber jabbering, if you will. Go. As usual, I start with the eyes. Pat's on the move today. In the chat. His daughter's moving back into college. But if you like these book page sketches, I've got bunches and bunches of damaged books that I use, that I do book page sketches on. You know, geez, I have so many. Harry Potter, Star Wars, Sherlock Holmes, Lord of the Rings, Jaws, Star Trek, Aliens, Predator, Tarzan, Captain America, you name it. I've been collecting up old worn out and busted books for a long time via my yard sales and Christian mission and Goodwill hunting and things like that. So if you look at this, you say to yourself, man, I wish I had a custom book page sketch piece from the yard sale artist. Well, I can help you with that. They generally run, depending on complexity, but average price is about $27. And that includes shipping if you're in the US. If you're not in the US, I still do service those folks, but it is actual shipping cost. Most places it's not too bad either. Most places it's only about $5. I haven't run across any place that's more than $5 or so yet. In fact, I just finished an order yesterday for a lady in Canada. And I shipped more than a few to Canada. But if you're thinking of a character you might like on a book page sketch like this, hit me up. Hit me up. What up, Craig Zablo in the chat, watching via Periscope. Good to see you, my friend. You are always a welcome addition to the Yard Sale Artist stream, sir. If y'all don't know about Craig Zablo, you should go check out a website called StalloneZone.com. It is the longest running Sylvester Stallone fan site. I believe it started in 1996. And Craig's been running it since then. He's a big Stallone fan. And it's the best possible place to get your Sylvester Stallone related news. I highly, highly recommend it. Our background music, as usual, is musical genius Joe November. Check out his SoundCloud page. Just go to SoundCloud and search Joe November. You'll find him. Super talented friend of mine from way back in our military days. Joe and I served in the Air Force together. That's where we met about 20 years ago. Please check out his SoundCloud. It's got some great stuff on there. Hey, I got my buddy Lloyd in the chat. Speaking of Canadian clients, one of my very favorites. Lloyd's a good dude. Lloyd, I'll put you on the big board. Quote the Raven. Yeah, I've done 2 Raven pieces out of this. In fact, the Raven is such a short tale. I've used up all the pages. I mean, it's a poem, really. It was only on 2 pages. So I had to go on the hunt for another old busted Poe book. And I found one, and it's huge. Check this out. You can see where it's busted. Got a busted spine down there. But it's got a lot of good pages. So I'll be in the Poe business for a while now that I got this replacement. But yeah, the Raven sketches got popular there. Well, popular. I had 2 requests, but I only had 2 pages of the Raven. So I was like, well, when I saw that other Poe book, I was like, oh, sweet. I need more Raven pages. And now I've got Poe pages for days. If you're just now joining us, this sketch of the artist himself, Edgar Allan Poe, is on a page from The Fall of the House of Usher from this book. I really like the paper this book is printed on. It takes the ink really well. So I'm not sure about the other book. I'll find out. But book page sketches are interesting like that. The paper quality and the ink quality of how they were originally produced can have a pretty interesting effect on the pieces. But I've kind of figured out how to work around those. You know, you'd think I would after I've drawn. Gosh, I wonder how many book pages sketches I've done. I started the book page sketch thing a couple of years ago. And gosh, if I had to guess, I'd probably say I've done, I don't know. My spider sense says 150 to 200. I got poor Mike in the chat. He says he's been looking for his old AFSC books to send you some pages. I must have put them in a really safe place. The only thing along those lines I have is I do have an Army Infantry Rifle Platoon and Squad manual, and that one I draw a lot of G.I. Joe characters on. And those have been very popular, especially lately. I've caught a lot of attention with a Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow sort of split down the middle piece. I've had a couple of requests for that one. And that one's a little more expensive because it takes longer and it's on a larger scale. But yeah, that's as close as I've got right now to military manuals. I got that one. Well, actually, I have a military book on officership and another one on NCO leadership. I just haven't had the need to use them yet. No one's put in a request for those as of yet. As we move into some of these bigger areas, I'll switch over to the Sharpie to color them in. It's just a little easier, a little faster. Let's see. We got Gun Pilot in the chat. Nice to see you there, Gun Pilot. And we've got poor Mike again. He said he was an HVAC tech. To that I say, that's cool. That's my HVAC tech joke. Everybody loves the HVAC tech, especially if you're deployed
in my 40s
in a really warm place.
I'm a gamer in my 40s, and it started with
Good news, everybody. We can now listen to my critically acclaimed song Dad Rap in the background. That's right. Here on the Yard Sale Artist channel, you get to not only watch me sketch, but you get to listen to me rap in the background. So it's a win-win for most people except for Lloyd.
Ran upstairs with my new Nintendo. Moved all my He-Mans and G.I. Joes. All up and
you're welcome, everybody.
Same black and white TV, man, it's got to go. Oh, snap. What I just see? Portable Nintendo and it's waiting for me. They call it Game Boy, and I can't wait to see all the sweet games that can travel with me. We're talking Zelda, Batman, even Tetris for free. Man, I'm hip deep in game ecstasy. First, I gotta buy some AA batteries. Let's see how amazing it can be. Power it on, and what do I see? A black and white screen staring right back at me. Now it's high school, make a minimum wage. Bought a color TV to join the modern age. I scored a used Genesis, and I thought I was all that. Because I could use the blood code.
So I'm trying to think, what are some recent bookcase sketches I have done? Let's see. Yesterday, I did a Harry Potter one for a lady in Canada. It was actually I get a lot of requests for Harry himself or Hermione, the occasional Ron, Dumbledore, Hagrid, Voldemort. In fact, I'd say Harry Potter is probably the one I've done the most. But this time, this client wanted the crest of the House of Slytherin. So that's what I did yesterday. Let's see, before that, I know I recently did another Jaws one. Jaws has been very popular. Probably done about 5 Jawses so far this summer.
There's no rhyme here. It's simply the best game ever.
What else have I done recently? A strange, well, I don't know, strange, but just not predictable interest in Willow. I've done a few Willow pieces lately from my Busted Up Willow books and Mad Mardigans.
Now I'm married, scoring a PS2. Make sure she was a gamer before.
Hey, Courtney. Courtney's in the chat. Always welcome in the chat, Courtney.
I'm in the military.
You can see Lloyd is very excited about this dad rap in the background. You can tell because he typed no into the chat. He's never been the biggest fan of my dad rap. We got to really blame Joe November because all I do when I do these live streams is I go to his SoundCloud page and I just click play. You know, it's not my fault Joe keeps this dad rap that
Out
we
of the
did
military
together
and its civilian life.
on his
Just me,
page.
my boy, and of course my wife. Upgrading now to PS3, 360, and of course a Wii.
There we
up
go.
with my faves
Got
like
the hair in there.
Tomb Raider and Legend of Zelda. The wife is still rocking her RPGs, playing with the boy with the Lego series, and along with PS4 and Xbox One, my wife and I have our second son.
I'm going to thicken the borders of the outside of the form just a little bit with the Sharpie.
So here I am, career wife and 2 kids.
Close in on this piece. Got a little bit of work to do inside his ascot here. And then it's pretty much just a black form, and we out.
You play every day. I've got work, wife, kids, and bills to pay. So before teabagging me and calling me new, remember the old gamers who built this for you.
I'm going to do a little bit of a thicker line to his chin here,
found my first love,
so it sits out a little better. Courtney, I hope you're doing good today.
Yeah, that's some dad rap right there. Raw dad rap. Good luck, Joe. I love you.
Good news, Lloyd. Dad rap is over.
I've been to London, I've been to France, I've been to Tokyo.
Now we can listen to a beat that Joe did for Mega Ran. It was very popular in video game hip-hop circles. I got that little piece of tape that I stuck down there because I knew it was going to be black all the way to the bottom. So I mask it off, so now I've got a little place to sign it. Occasionally I forget that, and it's very frustrating because then I have to find a different place to sign it that I don't really like on the piece. Oh, that Joe November's a talented musical cat.
I've been to London, I've been to France, I've been to Tokyo. Get the request, I get the check, and then I'm on the road.
Well, since I'm just drawing and rambling, I'll make a recommendation for recent movies I've watched. So I recently watched a movie from 63. Low-budget horror film called The Sadist. Starred Arch Hall Jr., who did a handful of B movies back in the 60s. And I didn't really have much high hopes for it. You know, I'm kind of a big Mystery Science Theater guy, so I kind of figured it'd fit into that vein. But let me tell you something. The Sadist from 1963 was really good. I stayed engaged and interested. Man, I was like, wow, I didn't see that coming. I was rather impressed. So there's my obscure film recommendation that I watched this past week. The Sadist, Arch Hall Jr., 1963. Okay, let's do the Jarrod thing. Give it a circle. I think people will be disappointed if I didn't give it a circle. There we go. That's about got it. I got to get rid of some errant sketch lines. Just clean it up a little bit. That's about got it. And I certainly hope the client who popped in earlier enjoys it and likes it. This is the first time, actually, that I had a client request that I do their piece on a live stream. And normally I kind of just get to when I can get to them, but the client is a good friend and has been for a little while. So I thought, you know what, the hey. We'll We'll acquiesce to that one. It's got to darken us a little bit. There's a couple of spots that need little detail attention here on the eyes. There we go. Good, good. Now I'll peel off that little mask off piece of tape down there.
I've been to London, I've been to France, I've been to Tokyo.
It's a low tack tape, so I always have to make sure I use that purple low tack, especially on book page sketches, or else it'll want to tear. Now I got a spot to sign it. And there we go. We've got Edgar Allan Poe on a page from The Fall of the House of Usher for the client. Hope he enjoys it. I want to thank everybody for stopping in and just kind of chatting with me today as I did this one on the live stream. As usual, please check out Joe November's SoundCloud. We've been listening to Joe in the background, good friend of mine. So just go to SoundCloud, search Joe November. You can find me on the Longbox Crusade Network if you want to hear me doing some podcasting. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel here. I usually show up doing book page sketches or sharing my yard sale finds. Or most Tuesdays, I'm here with Mark Hatherley from Bermuda, and we draw together and chat for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. So you can check us out almost every Tuesday, but not this coming Tuesday. We decided to take off the last Tuesday of every month, and that means this Tuesday's we're off. But from after that one, we'll be here on Tuesdays, and we start at 5 p.m. Central Time on Tuesdays. 5 p.m. Central, 6 Eastern, 4 Mountain, 3 Pacific, 7 if you happen to live in Bermuda like Mark. Other than that, man, I really appreciate you guys being here. Thanks for keeping me company in the chat. Thank you for your kind words, poor Mike. I'll put you on the big board. Thank you so much. And we'll catch you guys around, whether it be a Tuesday night or another pop-up live stream, or you can check out on the weekends. I usually pop up and talk about yard sale stuff. So all that being said, thanks for being here, and we'll see everybody later. Bye.